A historic epic of blood feuds and betrayals, of survival and murder, life and death, all to acquire the most vital of resources, the mysterious black stones. The armies of the west under the banner of Kalfeon vying against the kingdoms of the east of Valencia in ceaseless warfare. Much of the history of the world has been lost forever over the centuries, details forgotten, names misplaced. Despite this, the tale of Valencia is long and reaches back deep, and is remembered by few. It began in the rainforest of Selenaera, west of the Black Desert. The humans there lived in prosperity and reaped the bounty of the forest. Ever growing, they would quickly populate their home. How long they were there, or if they origined from another place, it's unknown, but what is known is that they could not stay there. One day a great fire would reap Selenaera and decimate it utterly. Many of the humans would not escape. Fewer still would survive the aftermath. Hunted by the flames, they dared to flee across the Black Desert into hopelessness and death. And so they wandered the endless dunes, looking for a new home. What could replace their golden palaces within the succulent jungle? What could give them the sustenance they so desperately needed? For 300 years they wandered and battled against the desert, its harsh environment, and its dangerous creatures. Generation replaced generation until, finally, those 300 years would pass. But in turn, all memory of their former home would be completely snuffed out. The children of the desert, as they were later called, wandered seemingly eternal, until one fateful day they would stumble upon the flood plain, a swift connection of two rivers that formed a blooming oasis. Salvation had come for the humans at last. They had survived their 300-year journey and found a new home. Upon the oasis was built a small settlement. They would soon grow into Valencia, the cradle of civilization in the east. Valencia was separated from the rest of the continent by impassable deserts. But here, the humans could sustain agriculture and would later build a network of canals and even an irrigation system. All of their hard work would contribute to a rapid growth of grain, vegetables, and fruits. The men and women now born of the desert had finally found a new home and a prosperous life. Valencia was living prosperity for trade and commerce, and its inhabitants would labor in the development of science, architecture, literature, and other arts. It was in Valencia that hieroglyphics were first invented and subsequently became a common writing system to speak different languages and dialects between the different peoples of the great continent. Valencia's scientists made several noteworthy discoveries and inventions, from the creation of the first calendars to subtle alchemical discoveries. The most important discovery above all, however, was the black crystals found in the desert surrounding their city. The crystals were cut and unknown in origin. With mysterious forces surely at work around them, the magicians and alchemists of Valencia delved deeper, dug harder, and reached higher for their knowledge. Eventually, their inventions would prove their time and effort were well worth it. The crowning achievement of Valencia was the Philosopher's Stone, an object that can draw energy from the ether of the universe.